Mumbai, the economic capital of India. It has been the caretaker of the economic jungle of this country. It helped grow the cement concrete jungle. It nourished the crowded human jungle. It nurtured the forest of technology. On the one hand, we see the fast-paced aura of the Mumbai city, overwhelmed by the noises of train, traffic and construction sites. While on the other hand, Mumbai has also preserved in its heart a lush green jungle with free-ranging animals and birds, upholding a historical heritage known as Rani Baug. Contradicting the hustle and bustle of Mumbai, this jungle at Bhaikala embraces peaceful ambience where melodies of free birds, trumpeting elephants, growling bears and roaring tigers echo. Till date, Rani Baug is the only destination imbibing maximum species of trees and plants. Rightly called as Mumbai's green lung, this piece of land has preserved its existence in spite of being surrounded by the concrete jungle. Rani Baug has nurtured in its womb the treasure of 6,611 trees and plants belonging to 283 different species that include 291 rare and 15 medicinal plants. Various types of exotic trees that are found in 6 out of 7 continents of the world. Also including 84 mammals of 13 species, 157 birds of 19 species, 32 reptiles of the 7 species. Today it holds 4 tourist attractions like the Botanical Garden, Museum, Zoo, and historical monuments having a rich heritage importance. The foundation of this garden was laid during British rule. Initially, it wasn't planned to be in Bhaikala at all. The garden was established in the Sivri area of Mumbai. It all began on 25th of May 1830. When the members of the organization titled the Agricultural and Horticultural Society of Western India, formed under the auspices of Sir Sidney Beckwith, then Commander-in-Chief and acting Governor of the Bombay Presidency, with the object of encouraging agriculture and horticulture in Western India, established a botanical garden at Sivri in 1835 by buying some land and receiving the rest of it from the government. The garden was properly laid out in 1842 by Colonel Dickinson and Dr. Heddle, assisted by a European gardener, Mr. McCulloch, with the objective of helping Indian gardeners becoming self-sufficient. The organization was actively functioning till 1862 under the guidance and leadership of Dr. Buist, Dr. Giraud and Sir George Birdwood. The garden formed at Sivri, being away from the main city, limited the visitor count. Around 1850, several proposals were submitted to relocate the garden nearby the residential areas of European and Indian communities. In 1858, on the occasion of governance established under the influence of Her Majesty Queen Victoria, a large sum of money was subscribed by the public of Bombay and an equal amount contributed by the government towards the establishment of a museum and gardens. Towards east of the Parel Road and towards north of Bhaikala Station, this particular construction was done. The entire funds, however, were subsequently utilized for building the Victoria and Albert Museum. Hence, the Agri-Horticultural Society of Western India volunteered to take upon itself the charge of laying out and maintaining the proposed gardens by transferring its Sivri horticultural gardens to the vicinity of the museum. The futuristic approach of legends like Jagannath Shankar Sheth, Dr. Bhau Daji Lad, Dadabhai Navroji, and Jamshedji Jijibhai is beyond appreciation, as well as the initiative taken by prestigious personalities like David Sassoon is unforgettable. The gardens were finally opened to the public by Lady Catherine Frere on the 19th November 1862. The foundation stone of the Victoria and Albert Museum was laid by Sir Bartle Frere, KCB, then Governor of Bombay, on the same date. Among all the ambitious and mentionable projects taken up by the British government in India, Victoria Garden was the very first one. Many facilities were provided to make the Bicolor Zoo accessible to citizens and tourists. The very first railway station constructed by the Britishers was the Bhaikala railway station. The famous S Bridge of Mumbai and many such facilities were erected with the intention of providing easy access to the tourists to reach Victoria Gardens. In 1866, the responsibility of the maintenance of the gardens was transferred to the Bombay municipality. In 1873, the society having ceased to exist, the government handed over the gardens to the municipal corporation, which from that day undertook the whole responsibility and expense of maintaining it as a public garden. Eventually, the Victoria Gardens acquired the local epithet Rani Baug, which undoubtedly referred to the reigning British monarch at that time, Queen Victoria, Empress of India. It went through numerous hurdles since its inception, but nature lovers held hands to face the problems together in order to serve the nature they owed so much to. The problems dispersed eventually to announce the victory of the people that led the Victoria Gardens to rule the heart of common man. Zoos, orchestras, entertainment programs, and flower displays became part of the park's special attractions. On December 1, 1877, Grattan Greery flew the first hot air balloon in Mumbai from the same ground. The park has always been Bahujan Hitai, meaning for the betterment of the people. The ground is always open to every element of the society. Until 1960, no charges were levied here. After that, however, admissions began at a minimal fee. It is considered to be safe, exciting and prestigious place for students and nature lovers. One can exercise in close proximity to nature, spend time with family and friends. There is always a crowd of photographers and videographers. The garden is an educational center for students of around 50 colleges teaching botany. Till date, the garden records around 8,000 visitors and around 30,000 visitors on holidays. Victoria Gardens were an important part of Mumbai and now a prestige of India. The original gardens spread over 33 acres, and it was in 1890 that 15 acres of land were added in order to establish a small zoo. On June 7, 1969, the Victoria Gardens, or Rani Baug, was renamed Veer Mata Jijabai Bhonsle Udyan in memory of the mother of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Later, in January 1980, the name was updated to Veer Mata Jijabai Bhonsle Udyan and Zoo. Then in 1990, 2 additional adjacent plots were acquired, bringing the total area to 53 acres. Later, another piece of land was acquired, expanding it to 60 acres. According to the WHO guidelines, 9 meters of green land should be available for every single person in urban cities. Rani Baug is indeed a blessing for Mumbai. Today, some of India's historic heritage buildings and structures are a part of the garden. Most of the trees here are probably the oldest ones in Mumbai. In fact, Veer Mata Jijabai Bhonsle Udyan and Zoo is a historical heritage inherited by Mumbai. Today, on digital platforms, the park has earned a new identity and is known as the Mumbai Zoo. One imagines an animal in a cage when one hears the word zoo. Though the situation was quite similar in the past, it is rapidly changing since 2012 due to the studies conducted for exploring animal behavior and their natural habitat of animals and birds. The aim is to achieve international status, better management, development of information technology, favorable government policy, and skilled staff. Successful efforts have been made to provide habitat, livelihood, energy, food, and health for the animals. Visitors come to this place with the purpose of tourism, recreation, and education. Mother Earth has always been our provider, nurturing us with its biodiversity and facilitating our progress as humans. Man, on the other hand, has always dominated nature, considering himself as the supreme being. As we move ahead towards the future, we also need to pause and reflect about our mother, our home, our provider, the earth. Let us try and understand the fact that man is a part, not apart from nature. The transparent glass exhibit separates the animals from the visitors, yet ensures freedom to both, symbolizing the delicate relationship of coexistence of human and nature, as delicate as the glass wall that shall one day bridge the gap between the two.